Good evening and a very warm welcome to the final day of the Grassroots Weekender show. We're into Sunday and hopefully you're still here with us wondering where we are because your clocks have gone forward 1 hour. Let's hope that you remember to do it. I wonder how many people have gone out on the booze and realised or haven't realised and they're still an hour behind and they're going to be late for work. Yes, they are. Anyway, it was very thin on the ground today at the Jeffrey Humble W&K JFL Junior Football League. I thought anyway, less spectators than normal, and I do believe that 1 hour going forward, if they have been out on the town, parents, mums, dads, aunties, uncles, then they've just said, oh, do you know what, I can't get out of bed, I need that extra hour's sleep. We all need that extra hour's sleep. I just went to bed as normal, and obviously it was hard getting up because you do know everyone's aware of the extra hour that they're getting up. It's great when your clock go back, and I was talking to one of the committee members who actually put his clock back an hour and then realised a little bit later, lucky for him I must admit, but putting your clock back when the clocks go forward, there you go. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's been a fabulous weekend all around, and hopefully it has been for yourselves. Hope you've enjoyed watching the kids playing football, and I hope everyone has been, well, really behaved on the field of play as well. Shown loads of respect towards our referees. It was lovely to catch up, loads of banter there today as well. Plenty of referees talking to, meeting up with Colin again, having a quick, he has a hot chocolate, I have a cup of tea, black tea, that's all it is, no milk, no sugar, got to stay healthy because we're doing our National Three Peaks Challenge. No, it's not the National Three Peaks Challenge, it's the Yorkshire. We've already done the National Three Peaks Challenge. The Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge, which is going to be 12 hours. We're going to try and complete that in 12 hours. We're taking about 8 of us down there. It's all systems go, places are booked, and all we need to do is try and collect in sponsor money. If you want to sponsor us, marathonTexttheline.com. Get your monies in. It's all going to our Hearts of Gold initiatives, and we're trying to help kids with mental health issues and also vulnerable children, disadvantaged children within grassroots football. So you can help, and I haven't got the link for GoFundMe, but if you put in Hearts of Gold, National Three Peaks Challenge, not the National Three Peaks, Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge, then you'll get our link on GoFundMe as well. So thank you very much. Even if it's only £1, it all helps, it all goes towards what we're trying to achieve, and Hearts of Gold is one of our initiatives that we set up with Don't Cross the Line as well. So we've got Heart of Gold initiatives, we've got No Ref No Game, we've got Respect. Everything is powerful, everything means something, everything is doing what it's expected to do, and especially in grassroots football, because Don't Cross the Line is in its 20th anniversary year, and we've been bringing people together since 2003. And someone asked me today, he said, I've noticed the way your shows have gone lately, they've changed a little bit. They've changed a little bit, I suppose, because obviously, as you all know, as you're all aware, I got involved with a club through my son, who's been pestering because the grandsons, they're all playing football, and they wanted me to try and build the team again, get involved in the team. And about several times I said no, and then eventually we got together and we formed DXTL under 7s. And you know what, the praise and the comments that we're getting over these youngsters, this team that we have, especially when we've got 7 players, 5 aside it is, and the 2 players, the 2 subs that come on, there's no difference with the team, they're just as strong. And other teams are saying, wow, you put on your subs and your team stays strong. Yeah, it does, and it's great to see. We're just lucky enough that the team together, a great bunch of kids, honestly, we get on fantastically well with them, and they've got a little sense of humour as well. But sometimes kids can get out of hand, we all know that, and they'll all have different attitudes when they turn up, whether it's a late night, they couldn't sleep, they've had a bad night, they've just got over sickness. You can always tell, you can always watch them, and you can always get feedback off them on how they're feeling, and they give it away. Half the time they tell you whether they're in a talkative mood or whether or not they want a sulky mood. And it's always the way when you talk to mums and dads and you always say, oh yeah. And we've got one Edward, oh my God, unreal. What a totally different attitude. And it sounds mad this, when he's had food, when he hasn't had food, he's got a different attitude on him. And his mum and dad say, oh yeah, he takes after his dad all the time. His attitude is terrible. And today, he was absolutely unbelievable. And I'm just laughing and joking, you know, with him. The banter he was coming out, we had a little warm-up session. Well, we weren't. I was watching the warm-up session, and I was just stood watching them in the circle, gabbing away as you normally do. And Edward come out, passed the ball and shouted, yeah, Maldini, right to me. Honestly, we all burst out laughing. These kids, his attitude, the banter we can have with the kids, under sevens, are just unreal, honestly. I think they're under eights now, aren't they? Because they're all 7 years of age. They've all had the birthdays, they've all had nice little gift offers from Don't Cross the Line as well. And they deserve it, they really do deserve it. They got us through to a cup final yesterday. Again, Kirby Thunder FC, under sevens, great team, going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'll tell you that next season. They'll all get together, they'll regroup, and they'll be, yeah, and that's what it is. Kids always develop and they get better and better, you know what I mean? That's what you love to see, kids developing and the coaches developing as well, because they're all smileys and we're all having a conflab, a bit of banter as well. Even if it's online, we're having banter. And that's the way we think it should be. Bringing kids together, bringing parents together, teams together, you name it, it's always got to be friendly banter. And that way, then the referee doesn't get the flack, the innuendos, get the verbal abuse, you know, because at the end of the day, everyone's so friendly and you've got to keep it at that profile, because the referees are impartial as well. They turn up. You can't tell me no referee turns up to give points. You can all talk, all that banter, but if a referee gives a decision against us, we have to get on with it. We have to grin and bear it. It's one of those things, whether it's a mistake, whether it's, you know, 100% refereeing decision, the referee's not going to change their mind at the end of the day. So you just have to get on with things and have a little bit of banter at the end, or whatever it is, little conflab at the end. But, you know, they're there as well. They make a difference to the game. When that referee turns up in uniform, the kids are all in their kit, the referee turns up in the uniform, it makes that game a better game. And any coach and manager out there will tell you, they do not like refereeing if the referee does not turn up. They don't like to put the whistle there, they're not there, they want to coach the kids, they want to be involved in the team, and it takes all that away with them, from them when that happens. They'll all vouch, they'll all tell you, they'll all nod their heads, and they'll all say it's fact that, you know, if you're running, and also your own team, as we said yesterday, impartial, DMA, they think that you are going to give everything to them, but you find yourself giving more to the other team because you don't want to be shown as, oh, it's all, I'm their referee, I'm their coach, I'm the referee today, I can't be giving all the decisions to them, I've got to make it look like, you know, I'm fair, and it's unfair really, because you do tend to give decisions to the opposition, and I've done that myself, and honestly, and I can categorically say it's fact, because you don't want to feel as if it is your team. You feel guilty because you're the coach or you're the manager of that team, and that's the way people look, and that's the way people will think. If you give a decision to your team and it's disputed, it'll just be saying, yeah, what a cheat. You don't want that stigma, do you? And that's why coaches should never call a referee a cheat, referees, any names whatsoever, because if you haven't got your coaching badge, if you haven't got your referee's course, if you haven't got your referee's badge either, you're nothing really, are you? That's it. You're not allowed to shout and scream. And this is why we put posts all over social media stating, you know, no sideline referees, no sideline coaches, leave the coach to do the job, leave the coach, because the kids, and we had an incident, and one of the kids come over and said, all the line is shouting different things to me, and we had to say, no, listen from this line, if we don't say anything, then you just carry on to do what you do. Don't do what everyone else is telling you to do. You just carry on, play your game, and listen to your coach. That's all it is. And when you hear the kids saying that, you understand that parents sometimes, you know, because we've got great parents there now, I must admit, who are all having a little bit of banter as well, and they can't help themselves. they, you know, especially the men, they're probably doing it to the same Premier League players. You know, move over there, what are you doing here, what are you doing there, in positions, and that's just one of those things. But if we can just address the kids and just say to them, you take notice to us. This is why we always try and stand further away from the parents. No disrespect to the parents, it's only because you want to try and get away from that side of things so that you can coach the kids, and the kids will come over to you and they're away from the parents half the time. That's what we do at half time, and thankfully we've had that great run where we have been over on the far side. And as I say, it's no disrespect to our parents or anyone else, it's just that you need to work hard and encourage the kids to play well, and also we encourage the kids to respect the referee on and off the field of play as well. And it works, it really does. And you see our kits, and everyone look at our kits and you see lovely big emblem on there, respect, support, and kids have asked the questions, and we don't tell them just in one fell swoop, we just tell them over the season, over the games. Don't forget, respect the referee, never argue back. The referee gives a decision, you get on with it regardless. Just try and move. And the more you say it, it's like our awareness campaign that we've got 29th, 30th of April. That went on my head then, where all the Premier Games match officials are going to be wearing t-shirts similar to these, because we've got our 20th anniversary on the new ones. They're going to be wearing them, and no ref, no game, as you see that. They're going to be using them during the warm-ups, wearing them. So if you're at a Premier League game on those dates, and even on the Monday, Everton playing Leicester, you'll see the officials wearing the t-shirts. I think they're away to Leicester. So we've got 3 days of referees. That's some feat that not-for-profit organisation don't cross the line. An organisation, yes, a grassroots organisation run by volunteers, a CIC, a community interest company, go cap in hand to try and raise funds, to try and put on these podcasts, to put on extra special things that we can do to get kids involved, bring them all on board, give the kids a voice. You've seen our podcast on a Friday where we have youngsters in there, we're teaching them. So if your youngster is interested and you think they can talk for England and they could learn a bit of podcasting, give us a shout, man, at don'ttexttheline.com. Get in touch with me and we'll squeeze them in. Now, our 4 young commentators on the Kids Voice Box now, you've seen them now, they're going to be their ambassadors. They're ambassadors for Don't Cross the Line and the Respect programme. They're also going to be ambassadors for the Kids Voice Box and young commentators. So they'll teach the kids a little thing or two as well. And we're going to be getting more celebrities in, according to Wayne McPartland. Aren't we, Wayne? Yes, we are. And I'll catch up with Wayne this weekend. I know he's been out with his lads at football as well, because everyone you know seems to be involved in running a team. And Wayne used to play for my team going back many, many years ago. I used to be his gaffer, as they say. So it's one of those things, isn't it? Thanks very much again to Jeffrey Humble's staff, who had a brilliant weekend. They really, honestly, they make sure that you're served well. The queues are there, the chock-a-block, and they look after you. Big smiles on their faces, and they're always there for the little conversation as well. So well done to all the Jeffrey Humble staff in the W&K JFL and the North Liverpool League over the weekend. They go through a lot, I must admit, and you've got to praise good staff, haven't you? Keep them there. Committee members, what more could we say? Well done to North Liverpool JFL, Rachel, Julie, Bernie, and Peter, who were there involved, and Bob, who was giving out the trophies and the medals, all on his lonesome. Well done, he got through it, and it was a big day, and the kids enjoyed it. And these were for the Champions League that we played in over the season a couple of weeks ago when we won it, and they were presented with that trophy yesterday, as I mentioned as well. It was nice to go through with a quality team that we played was Kirby Thunder JFC. So yeah, we'll see a lot more about them next year, and I'm sure Gary will be in touch with me and tell me when they're ready. We're going to be playing them in a friendly soon as well, maybe over the Easter period, because I know the North Liverpool JFL shuts down for 2 weeks for the Grand National and Easter, so we've got a free couple of weeks, so I'm sure we'll squeeze something in there and then. So get in touch with us, Mal at don'ttexttheline.com, or get in touch with Michael. Cheers anyway, this is T. Oh, lovely, keeps you going. Yeah, so a lovely weekend we've had. What about your weekends? What about what's happened within your league? How's things gone? Friendly towards the referees? That is a must. That's got to be a must. You'll always feel better if your team goes out, win, lose or draw. The kids, honestly, they've all forgotten. All our kids have forgotten the games now and they're looking forward to next week. That's the way kids are. And I bet you all the parents are all still talking about it because they're loving it. And do you know what? It's great memories. So if we're thinking about great memories now, just think what it's doing to the kids, what memories they're having now for when they get older. They'll have them for the rest of their lives. And that is what it's all about. Being good, being perfect. Not perfect. Good attitudes. Try and get good attitudes, instill good attitudes into the kids in your team as well. Teach them the right from wrong because they look up to you as a coach, I'll tell you that now, or as a manager, or if you're part of that team, those kids, there's loads of trust with them and they're always having a little conversation with you. And there's no harm in that, is there? Not in a million years. You teach them the right from wrong. Honestly, it makes a massive difference. They'll know when they're wrong because you can tell them. Simple. And it'll stick in their mind and they'll know that they can't bring that up. Anyway, and there was another little banter when, bit of banter when Charlie turned up a couple of minutes late. And my lad turned around and said, Charlie, what are you doing? We started the game now. You're going to end up sub again. He said, I've been on the ale. Oh my God, 7 years of age. Honestly, this is the banter that the kids do on the touchlines. What they get up to is just unreal. It's always making you laugh. And that's the best thing about going to grassroots football, seeing the kids laughing and joking with you and enjoying their football as well. That's what it's all about, isn't it? And the parents, if the kids are enjoying themselves, the parents are as well. And the referees, honestly, they're fantastic. Well done to Luke. Was it Luke? No, Max today as well, young referee there as well. Enjoyed himself. And yeah, there was no animosity whatsoever towards the referee. It's great. And that's what they turn up for as well. Easy game, enjoyable game. And yeah, it's all about that at grassroots football. So we start another week. Everyone's back at work tomorrow, and thankfully I'm not on shift tomorrow. Normally I'm on a Monday, and when I've looked at my rotor I've gone, wow. So I can get on with a lot. I've got loads of stuff to do. The press release for the Respect Awareness Weekend. And incidentally, Sunday, Papa John's Trophy, the EFL Papa John's Trophy final at Wembley Stadium. Watch out for our referees during the warm-up. I do hope the press get onto this. I really do. I hope the press release goes out because it's mentioned very, very quickly indeed where they are wearing the t-shirts. And we've got to send them out to the Premier League clubs to get involved. We do know that all these teams are supporting us, and we know Liverpool and Everton have been on board with us for 20 years. And a massive thanks to Everton Football Club, who've already been in touch telling us that it's going to be in the programme the Thursday before the weekend, which is fantastic because they're at home to Newcastle, so, and all on their social media sites as well. Thank you very, very much, Everton Football Club. We do know Liverpool will follow suit. They'll be doing it on their social media programmes and also in their match day. They always give us a mention. 20 years, wow, congratulations. The messages that we're getting, not just as an email, you know, for the work that we're doing, bringing people together, bringing managers, coaches together, committee members together. Yes, when new teams start, then it's all over again. You have to start because new parents don't sometimes get the laws of the game. And I do know there's a few changes coming in for next season, so watch out for them or check the FA site, even the county FA site, grassroots, look it all up, see if there's any change that we all have to get used to, because you have to then tell the kids what it's all about as they're playing the game, so they have to get used to, like, no back passes, things like this in the game. Dear me, it's really flowing. We've only got a minute of the show left. Thank you very, very much for all the participants and everyone who's phoned me today, talked to me and said they listened to the podcast as well, enjoyed it so much. It's all about grassroots football and you can be involved as well. Just get in touch if you are a coach, manager, parent, you want to come on and talk about your team, talk about what the expectations are of your children, what is going through. If you think you're struggling anything like that and you want to get a point of view across, come to us. This is a Grassroots podcast. you're welcome into the studio and do a little interview with us. mal@don'ttexttheline.com. Get in touch with us, or if you've got something on, or your child's got something on, doing well, you want to talk about it, give us a buzz, and we'll get you in somewhere. We are having Peter on from the North Liverpool JFL committee. He's coming in and he's going to talk a great story as well, especially how he used to behave with the referees. You're going to love it, about what he comes out with, and I've invited him in. I said it'll be a cracker little show that you can talk to coaches and managers what you really used to be like on the sidelines towards the referees. So he's coming in, keeping informed when that is. Maybe when we've got the Easter break, that'd be a nice idea to get him in so he can listen to him. So to all the managers, coaches, committee members, referees, players, mums, dads, parents, aunties, uncles, granddads, grandnans, every one of you who have turned up this week to support your children, well done. Can't thank you enough. Keep it all nice and calm when you go there. Encouragement is key for all the kids on and off the field of play. It develops their skills, and do you know what? It also helps our referees, especially the young ones who are just developing themselves, 14, 15 years, 16 years of age. Support them when you go out next with your grassroots football match, and that could be on the Saturday. In the meantime, thanks for tuning into the Grassroots Show. We'll be back again on Friday evening with our young commentators, hopefully giving them a voice, and the kids' voice box. They'll be talking, and you can, if you want a question, if you've got any questions that you'd like to put to the kids, then give us them in and we'll put them, and they'll give you their answer, whatever it may be. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, enjoy work yourselves, enjoy school. We'll see you on Friday evening at 7 p.m. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect programme, and our No Ref, No Game. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Friday at 7 p.m. God bless.